What if I told you there is a way for you to get 80% of the gains in just 20% of the time you spend at the gym if instead of working hard, you also work smart? In this video, I combined all 4 years of my training experience to give you exactly what you need to do to get unreasonably jacked as fast as possible. So let's get into it. Okay, now there are many ways for you to build muscle and only one that actually works. Pain. Now since you're trying to go as fast as possible, I want to put as much pain into one set as we can. Think about it like this. If you're trying to get better at anything, you have to go past your comfort zone. And in building muscle, it's the exact same thing. We need to get out of our comfort zone by going past our limits, by going to failure. And when you do so, your body understands like, hey, I'm not strong enough to do this. I need to get better. I need to get bigger. And that's what we're aiming for. Okay, now is it going to be fun? No. That's not the point. The point is that you can do 3 very hard sets or 10 medium sets and get the same results. It's your choice. Okay, but you cannot just go to failure once and expect that to be just fine. You need to have enough volume. You have to be doing 10 sets per muscle group per week to see full growth. But we can make this even faster by implementing compound lifts. How does that work? Now, let's say you're doing chest, right? You could either do cable flies and separate your chest, or you can do a regular bench press and also train your triceps and your shoulders. So effectively by doing the bench press, you're getting 3 times as much done via the same amount of sets. But there's just a little bit of intricacy going into it, because this is a chest exercise. So you're not counting your triceps and your shoulders as a full set. Each set you do for your chest, you count your shoulders and triceps as half a set. How does that work? Let's say you did 4 sets of chest. Therefore, you count 4 sets for your chest, 2 for your triceps, and 2 for your shoulders. Effectively, instead of doing 4 sets, you did 8. And you can do that pretty much with every muscle group, and that's twice as efficient. And to my current experience and knowledge, there are no downsides to it at all. So it's definitely worth it. Now I see so many people making this mistake where they get to a certain level of strength and then they just stop adding weight. For some reason they just decide, you know what, this is enough weight for me. You can't be doing that because your muscles grow with your weights. Now a very good habit for you to do would be once you get to 10 reps on a certain exercise, you just add more weight. Let me give you an example. Say you're doing bicep curls, you're doing 20 kilograms for 10 reps. So you add more weight, and more weight, and more weight until you're no longer able to do 10 reps. And then you stay on that weight until you finally get strong enough to do 10 reps. And then you add more weight. Now, like I said before, you have to remember progressive overload because your muscles grow with your weights. There really isn't that much to think about when it comes to a diet. All you really need to keep in mind is, are you getting enough proteins? 2 grams per kilogram of body weight is going to be perfectly fine for you. For me, it's about 150 grams of protein every day, and that's really not that hard to do. So there are really no excuses for you not to do that, and that's pretty much the only requirement. Now, I have made a video talking about a low-carb diet and the benefits of it, but you really don't need to go on any diets if you're getting enough protein and you're not eating junk. You're perfectly fine. I'm gonna be honest, I left the best for last. Recovery. Recovery is super important for everybody because muscles don't grow at the gym, they grow at home. They grow when you're resting. So the most important part of rest is don't drink alcohol after a workout. Why? Because it ruins protein synthesis. All these tears that you have in your muscles, they have to be repaired with proteins. And alcohol just makes that impossible. So essentially, you're worse off if you worked out and then drank than as if you did nothing that day. Either don't drink or don't do a workout right after, give yourself at least like 10 hours of space in between them, and then you're pretty much good to go. But that's just one part of recovery. The other one is sleep. Sleeping is literally the most important part of building muscle, and it's so easy. So there are no excuses why you shouldn't be sleeping 7 hours every day. So just sleep 7 hours, okay? Okay, so these were the 5 most important aspects of building muscle, and if this video helped you out, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.